Hey guys, did you guys know that in Canada now, to be able to retire comfortably in Canada, you are required to have at least $1.2 million Canadian based on statistics to be able to retire comfortably in Canada. $1.2 million. And that is even in the minor cities. But you will need to have $1.7 million to retire in places like Toronto. Huh? I can imagine if you're planning to retire in places like Vancouver. What is going to happen? Life is becoming so expensive nowadays. And this is 2023. I'm thinking as we're evolving, as time is passing by, how much is it going to cost for somebody to retire comfortably? That $1.2 million is for you to be able to sustain a $48,000 lifestyle in 25 years time. That is if you're retiring at 65 or 67, 25 years from then. That is what it means. You will need $1.2 million to sustain a $48,000 lifestyle, which is even going to be lower than the amount that some of us have been cashing in yearly throughout our youth, throughout our adult life. Right now, most people are making 50,000 plus, 90,000 plus, 100,000 plus. $48,000 lifestyle, you need to have 1.2 million. And some people, they like big life. $48,000 is not going to be enough for them. $48,000 is going to be depressing. One really needs to plan for their life and plan really hard. God, aging by yourself is going to be really, really hard. If you have a partner and they end up dying, okay, fine. But choosing to age by yourself, you better have a good plan. And we all know that old age comes with a lot of things. Old age comes with sicknesses. It's not like when you're young, you can spend 10 years without being sick. Some people even they spend all their adulthood without being sick. But old age, sickness is inevitable. No matter how you even take care of yourself, you still end up with something. And in this $48,000 that are saying that you will need a year to be able to survive, your rent is inside. And the way rent is so expensive these days, you will see 1 bedroom, 1.8, 2 bedroom, 2.4, 2.2. Hey, let me say even $2,000 times, let me say 12 months, that's $24,000. So you're left with another $24,000. Medications will be inside, leisure will be inside. Just pray that you don't end up having useless kids. Those kids that end up staying at home forever. You probably have to care for some of your kids again. You can give birth to a child that is sick that you have to carry for the rest of your life. Me, I think the best thing to do, especially for us immigrants, try to focus on building a life for yourself back home. This side of the world is very good, but it's only very good for when you're young. But old age in this country is rough. I have worked in hospitals and retirement homes, and the way old people suffer in this country, the way that kids don't care for them, it can be very disturbing at times. You see a parent that has worked hard their whole life, raised their kids and everything. The kids here, they feel like they owe their parents nothing. They feel like you did what you had to do, and it's what it is. It's not like back home that you're like, oh, no matter what I do, I always have to care for my parent. If my parent is too old, my parent can come and stay with me. Over here, they don't care. Over here, you end up in a retirement home, and most times even, your retirement home even, you'll be the one paying for it. And retirement home here is not cheap. Yes, they have rooms that you can share based on your income if you didn't make that much money when you were younger, but it's still expensive. It's still in $1,800 and $2,000 a month. It's not cheap. So I can imagine being old and being bothered by paying rent. That should be the least of your worries, especially if you have kids. That should be the least of your worries. I know that yes, those things sometimes they do happen because sometimes there are some parents that are assholes. They didn't do good by their kids when they were younger and all that stuff. But if a parent was good to you, I believe that rent should be the least of their worries when they are old. You know, what you can do for them is that when you feel like, okay, they can't care for themselves anymore, you can give them a room in your house. There's so much a parent can do. They don't have that much energy. One has to really focus on savings. But is it easy? It's not easy because things do happen. On this side of the world, it's pay in, pay out. Check in, check out. You get paid at the end of the month, especially if you don't have a partner. If you don't have a life partner, if you don't have a husband or a wife, you are in trouble. And I'm just thinking about those that are working menial jobs. You are in serious trouble. How can you say $1.2 million Canadian? That even depends on when you even started working or saving. Because immigrants are coming from different countries. If you land here in your 40s You need to go back to school. You have kids. By the time you're done graduating from your program, by the time you find a job and everything, 45. Basically, you have 22 years to be able to have that 1.2 million in your account. Because as an immigrant, when you're coming here, whatever currency you think you're bringing from your country is bullshit. You come here, it is going to clear your account. Anyway, maybe that's why nowadays you see parents collecting their children care money. But is it everybody that got to come here and give birth to all their kids? No. If you're a one-person income household, after you don't pay 2 for house rent, how much is left? That's why having a partner in this country is very important. Now I understand why even marriages nowadays is contracts. Everybody's trying to survive. That's why I think for also that come from other places. You know, the people that are born in Canada here, it's their system. They're already used to it. And they don't know better. They don't know any other thing. So I can understand. But for us that come from different countries, it's just an advice. So I think we should really focus on moving back home. Building something back home. Even if it's a 2-bedroom toilet. Just build something. Build something that has 2 windows. As long as your aeration is good. As long as you have water. It's good though. It's better to have a place to lay your head and just have to struggle with finding something to eat and you know the place belongs to you. But I can't imagine myself at 80 years old thinking about rent. Like I said, I have worked in retirement homes, I have worked in hospitals. If you see the way old people here end up, some of them even I end up crying for them when I listen to their stories, how their kids just dumped them there. Because I can understand if you're a bad parent, you didn't care for your kids when they were young and everything, I can understand whatever treatment they give you when you're older. But there are some parents that actually cared, gave their kids everything. But their kids don't give a shit about them. That's why for me, try and build something back home. It cannot be harder than what is waiting for you in this Western world. Try and build something back home. It doesn't have to be something fancy. Because I know us black people, sometimes you can be, I want to build a mansion. I want to build a bungalow. Try and build something that you know you're going to be comfortable. You're going to have your comfortable mattress, your comfortable kitchen. See, you don't want to be thinking about rent when you're old though. For me, the last thing you should be thinking about is rent when you're old. Because I believe that you have paid your dues and you need to rest. For me, the biggest thing you should be thinking about is maybe food. Finding what to eat each day. But the roof on your head should belong to you. Because when you're old, you get to deal with so many things. Your body is not responding the same way. Even from your 30s even, your body is not responding the same way already. Your body is already acting up. Imagine when you're 70, when you're 80. Now I understand why I have some colleagues at work, 80 years old. They have retired though, but they come back. And they'll be like, I want to work only 2 days. I want to do this on the table, please. They'll be begging my bosses. What? Are you kidding me? My African people, my immigrant brothers and sisters. Like I said, the people that are born here, they don't know better. But I'm pretty sure if they knew, they will leave their country and go somewhere else. The average Caucasian person, the average white person, if they know that they can obtain whatever we have in our countries, they will be so content. They are content with the smallest things. They'll be like, as long as I have a roof over my head, I have proper aeration system, that is it for me. But us, I want to be a mansion. I want people to see me. Old age is not about people to see you. You have that mansion, who's going to be cleaning it for you? Have you thought about that? So build what you can build and just be happy. And this 1.2 million, health-wise, take care of yourselves. Eat well, though. Try to stay in the normal, healthy weight limit. If you used to be eating poorly before, start to cut down now. Because there are some illnesses that 1.2 million, that illness will come and shred 80,000 out of it. Or will come and shred 200,000. Especially if you're single. Being single even, you have to be more careful. So let's be wise though. Let's not be living beyond our means. Life is becoming expensive. This is 2023. And you're requiring 1.2 million and 1.8 million in Toronto. How much is it going to be by the time I'm 50? Yeah. Serious? Yeah. Think twice, so don't go and buy cars you don't need. Mortgage houses you don't need. Wearing Louboutins you don't need. Gucci's that you don't need. Think about your future. Because today you're young, you say, I can make the money again. How sure are you? How are you sure the way you're moving your waistline, you'll be able to move that waistline like that tomorrow morning? You can wake up tomorrow morning, crack, you can't even get up. Let's be safe, let's be wise. I was reading the statistics this morning and it really baffled me. 1.2 million and 1.7 million in cities like Toronto. Some people are even 50 right now. They can't even boast of having 20,000 in their account or even 10,000. And if you're 50 right now, you can't boast of 10,000 in your account. You only have 17 years left. How would you generate that money in 17 years? Let's be wise though. And I will try my best to even build toilet for myself back home. So that when I get old, I can go and manage the toilet back home and just work on my health. Because health is gold. As long as I'm healthy, I know I can sleep anywhere. But when you're not healthy, you can't be comfortable just anywhere. I just thought to share this with you guys today. Don't just be working to be working. Be chopping money to be chopping money. Do your research so. Read things online. Read things about your economy. Try to figure out where your economy is at, because it's not a joke. Because sometimes it's very easy for us to get lost here, living paycheck to paycheck. It is not a joke. Plan your life. All right, bye.